What's going on, everyone? It is Paul, the 920 Trader with 920 Trading and Trading Decoded. Today is Friday, March 15th, 2024, and this is how we traded SPY today. Now, we had two really good days this week. So Tuesday was an incredible day. Wednesday, not so much. The day after CPI. Yesterday, we had PPI come out, and yesterday was another really just a beautiful day. Now this morning, so we had some reports come out early this morning, as you can see, and it was also triple witching day. So we had a whole bunch of options and futures contracts that were expiring in pre-market. So that's kind of the downside. Everybody thinks, triple or quad witching day. You get a lot of movement, and you do, as evidenced by this big giant move back to the downside in pre-market. But before we get into the charts, if you like our videos, please go ahead and like and subscribe, and don't forget to turn on your notifications. That way, when we drop new content, you will be notified. Also, leave us a comment. That is greatly appreciated. And share with your friends. As always, that is also appreciated. So back to the charts. We're sitting on pre-market high. So we got pre-market high sitting at 514.54. It doesn't really matter, though, because, again, we had that report came out early and triple witching and everything just dumped. The pre-market low, when I first started looking at the charts this morning, it was right here. It was 512.64. And it just dumped and it dumped and it dumped and it just kept on dumping and it kept on going down. Folks, if we got something like this around open, like we did the last couple of days, these are beautiful moves. But again, unless you're trading futures, if you're trading futures, oh my goodness, you take this play and you ride it down and you are absolutely done for the day. But since we're trading options and we can't trade options until the market opens, guess what? We're just twiddling our thumbs over here going, you know what? I hope we get some sort of move once the market opens. Will it happen? Who knows? But again, remember, folks, we had two really good days this week. Tuesday was a good day. Yesterday was a good day. Wednesday, not so much. What about today? So again, pre-market high sitting up here, pre-market low. Every one of these zones, folks, is a pre-market level. It's a pre-market level. I even got a couple of pivot points low. But anyway, let's see how she is going to shake out this morning. So what happened? Again, she dumped. Just a nice little run back to the downside. My general rule is I'm waiting for that first cross to the downside or the upside before I put on the trade. We were pushing down so hard that I didn't want to take anything right here. I said, you know what? If we can get past all this noise in VWAP, make a nice little push, I'll put on a play. So we didn't have a cross down. We had this initial cross up. Would have been a really solid play out of this zone. We came down here, touched this 30-minute demand zone. Down here in this area down here, got up to this 15-minute demand zone. I didn't put on the play. I should have. The play was there, folks. I didn't put it on. I missed it. Oh, well, it happens. We move on to the next play. Got kind of this continuation play. Got a bunch above VWAP right in here. So I took this candle in here. Once we got past this level, I was shooting for 511.85. Again, that's just a very it's a known level up there. So I was shooting for it. Didn't get it. We had a candle that closed below the 9. At this point, it was the second candle close. I said, you know what? I'm taking the trade off the table. Did not catch this first cross to the downside, but I did catch this second grinder, an absolute grinder of a play. Really wasn't too bad. I think I was in this trade for about 40 minutes. So we got 11:38 through 11:19. So yeah, right at about 40 minutes, folks. It was a decent play to the downside. It wasn't too bad. Again, I didn't take this first trade because I just didn't take it. Took the second cross. That's kind of my thing, So if we get that first cross to the downside, generally you get a reversal. But that second play to the downside generally works out much better. Could have taken this double cross to the downside, but again, waited to breach this pre-market low again, and took it down to the downside again. I had this target down here, right in here. Again, this is this 30-minute demand zone. I got through this 15. There was a little bit of not necessarily heartburn associated with this play, but the candle started getting really small. And I told the folks in the group, I said, folks, if we get a breach below this level, 509.48, then we could potentially move down into this 30-minute demand zone, maybe pick up some more buyers. maybe get enough strength in the move to continue pushing us lower into this 15-minute demand zone down here. Didn't happen on this particular play. I gave it a few minutes and closed out the trade. Next play back to the downside. Again, we were able to breach this to the downside. I took this kind of mid-candle play. Right again at this level, we breached to the downside. I had a really, really tight stop on it, this candle or this area. So this 508.99, I figured if we got below that level, we'd be able to push maybe down to this pivot point of this 508.09. It did not do that. Gave it just a couple of minutes, just kind of bounce around a little bit, see if we could make some more headway. Back to the downside, did not play out. So that's 1, 2, 3 trades. And here we are for the absolute grinder of all grinders. Probably should have taken the trade out at this level up here, although we were able to breach this level. So I thought we'd continue pushing up. Gave it a little bit of a wide berth. Came through. We had the POC at this time sitting around this level, so about 509.26-ish, somewhere right around in there. So I used that as support, took that off support. And once we started showing a little bit of a weakness, again, took that trade off the table. That was, I do believe, my last trade of the day. Folks, these were really, really difficult trades in here. We're talking about, between these zones, so between 99 and 48, you've got a 50-cent zone, which is nice, but where are you going to take the play? Are you going to take this bounce? It never bounced off this level. Could have taken this play back to the downside, but again, these plays, the day was not the best day. There were plays, might have had to suffer through a little bit of heartburn. But at that point, I said, you know what, it's been a decent day, not a great day, but again, a decent day at this point. So why risk anything? That's kind of how I was looking at it. You never know what's going to happen in the market. But when you have Tuesday like we had, yesterday like we had, and then pre-market, that was the move, folks. And again, I'm not trading futures, so I was not able to capture any of that. But, I took a little bit out of the market today. Not too bad at all. Just kind of bouncing around at these levels, folks. And you can look at your higher time frames, look at your 3-minute, your 5-minute, 10-minute, 15-minute, and it's going to show the same thing. There's a lot of buying pressure off the bottom, a lot of selling pressure off the top. So again, tough levels, tough times. I mean, at this point, we got about an hour and 15 minutes left in the trading day. Had a good friend of mine that took calls somewhere down in here, wrote it up here. Averaged in at I think 48. So down here, bought calls maybe up here, and averaged into the play right around in here, and didn't close it out here. And I said, listen, if we get back to this level, I'm going to specifically say, please close out this trade. If it continues running, then, oh, well, you missed it, but please close out the trade if we hit this level again. And he sold half of his position and didn't sell the rest. But at any rate, that's kind of how she played out today, folks. That's kind of how she played out today, folks. Not the best day. There were some plays, but again, most assuredly not the best day in the market. You can see it just kind of bounced around a lot of the day, kind of between some pretty tight ranges, particularly when we got into the afternoon. Other than, these first couple of plays out of the gate, and again, missed this to the upside, called little piece, caught this back to the downside right in here. Missed some plays, but overall, it was a decent day. It was kind of an ugly day in the market, for lack of a better term. But that's how she played out today, folks. That is what she did today on this Friday, March 15th, 2024. Now, if you like our videos, please consider giving us a like and a subscribe. Don't forget to turn on your notifications so you can be notified when we drop new content, which is just about every day and sometimes on the weekends. Also, don't forget to leave us a comment. We always appreciate the comments, and consider sharing with your friends. Now, if you are interested in live daily trading, so every single day, folks, from bell to bell, every single day, We do live daily trading at our live trading Discord. It is called Trading Decoded. All of the information is down below. The link is down below. Go ahead and click on that. We're going to give you that first week for free. If you enjoy it, great. If you don't, no harm, no foul. It just takes a little bit of your time. And come check us out. If you are interested in the 920 strategy, head on over to 920trading.com. The entire strategy is there, folks. It's laid out. Everything is right there. You don't have to spend thousands of dollars on a super secret strategy, folks. You just don't have to do that. Everything is lined out for you from A to Z. Every step of the process is laid out. And again, folks, this is a process-oriented business. You can either be process-oriented or results-oriented. Results, that's kind of a short-term thing. If you're process-oriented, that's what we're looking for as long-term traders, is to trust your specific process. But anyway, that's how we did today. Oh, and while you're over at 920 Trading, sign up for our free newsletter that comes out every Saturday. So tomorrow, Saturday, it's going to come out again and again. The only thing that it costs you is a little bit of your precious time. So I hope everybody has a great weekend. We're going to do this again next week. We're going to trade Monday. We're going to have an update video on Monday as well. So I hope everybody had a great week. I hope everybody, above all else, followed their trading plan this week. So have a great weekend, folks. Hope you do fun stuff, and we will see you in the markets.